Akbar's philosophy of peace with all religions is quite visible in the architecture of PT.4 Sikri, which was built near Agra. This is one of the greatest monuments in the Mughal history of India, built of sandstone. You can see the Hindu architecture all around, in contrast to the Muslim art brought by his predecessors. The architectural styles of columns and roofs are taken from temples. The main entrance door, known as Buland Darwaza, is a masterpiece of engineering and artwork, considered to be the tallest in its category in Asia. The whole area is known as PT.4 Sikri, a city built by Akbar for himself and his family and government. There is a platform where Tanzeen used to sing. Tanzeen is the greatest singer and music composer India has produced in recent history. It has been said that Tanzeen could bring rain from the sky or sounds from musical instruments without players by singing songs. These are the homes of his wives. In the middle of the gigantic sandstone building stands the delicate marble tomb of the famous Muslim Saint Salim Chishti, whose disciple was Akbar. Salim Chishti was one of those who spread Islamic teachings through the power of his own character. Emperor Akbar very soon gathered in his mind a combination of beliefs from Islam, Hinduism, Christianity, and Sikhism, etc., and founded a new religion called Din-e-Ilahi, which included something of all the religions of the world. A few Muslim leaders joined him, thinking that they or their future generations would enjoy glory and power through Akbar the Great. Akbar's universal religious policy succeeded in establishing the vast Mughal Empire and provided prosperity to the people. He encouraged the development of art, music, and literature. However, Akbar the Great is far from being great in the Islamic thought. His policies actually damaged the roots of Islam in India and introduced confusion and division among future Muslim generations. Akbar believed that with his peace with all policy, his empire would last forever. But in reality, his empire was totally wiped out in approximately 250 years after his death, which is an extremely short interval in the history of India. The patronage of hearsay by the emperor and his supporters affected the outlook of the common man. Even the soldiers of the army were influenced by the anti-Islamic activities of the royal society and their supporters. Hence, the need to revive the true Islam among the soldiers and the overall Muslim community was felt to be important by the Muslim scholars and saints. These saints set up several schools in their towns and neighboring towns to preach Islam. When Akbar was near death, it was discovered that his son, Salim, the future king, was almost a Christian. His other son, Khusru, was like his father. At this time, these Muslim scholars performed a great job of persuading Prince Salim to favor Islamic law and Islamic rule and supported him to succeed Akbar. It is believed that they got a commitment from Salim for Islam before they committed support to him. Hence, during the last moments of Akbar, Salim, also known as Jahangir, was declared the Emperor of India. A very famous personality during the struggle for revival was Sheikh Ahmad Sirhindi, 1564 AD, who was a Sufi Muslim saint and a religious leader. Sheikh Ahmad preached Islam and was imprisoned by the Emperor Jahangir for 1 year because of his rudeness towards the emperor. However, after he came back from jail, Sheikh Ahmad had good relations with the emperor and spent a lot of time with soldiers teaching Islam. The most striking feature of Sheikh Ahmad's teaching was his emphasis on the supremacy of Sharia, which he expressed on countless occasions. This was essential to combat the influence of hearsay and the irresponsible trends which were growing among ignorant Sufis and their followers. Through his letters and writings addressed to some of the leading courtiers, his disciples, and his sons, he explained the significance of various doctrines and teachings of Islam. Thus, he made a substantial contribution to the movement of the revival of Sharia among the Muslim communities of Akbar and Jahangir's time. Prince Salim changed his name to Jahangir and became sympathetic towards Islam. Jahangir married a widow and called her Nur Jahan. She became the powerful queen of the royal court. It was during the reign of Jahangir that King James I of England sent Sir Thomas Roe as the first official ambassador to India to secure a trade agreement with the young East India Company of Calcutta. Sir Thomas Roe lived and participated in the royal court and wrote a detailed account of the royal life and activities. It was during Jahangir's time that the British began to strengthen their trade with India and penetrate the Mughal court. Emperor Jahangir treated them with honor and great hospitality. He loved the English art and culture so much that he distributed copies of English pictures among his nobles to use them on their turbans. Narrowly escaped death due to the conspiracies and plots of Nur Jahan and her son-in-law. But it was written that he would live and be a great builder of structures in the history of India. Khurram changed his name to Shah Jahan. Mumtaz Mahal, his favorite wife, became the queen of the Mughal throne at the time when prosperity, happiness, wealth, character, and peace were the top elements of the society. Shah Jahan was an artist, a good Muslim, and the most charitable emperor. He used to spend huge sums of money in charity and donations, especially during religious occasions. Of course, he was the architect and builder of the great monument for Taj Mahal. During his father and grandfather's time, people used to prostrate before the emperor whenever they saw the emperor. Shah Jahan abolished this practice. His belief was that God only deserved the prostration of man and no one else. He used to send large donations to Mecca and Medina. Helping the poor was his habit. Wealth and prosperity kissed his feet during his reign. He built numerous mosques all over the country. The famous Shalimar Gardens of Lahore were built by him. He changed the capital from Agra to Delhi. Now let us go to the Grand Mosque of Delhi, known as Jame Masjid of Delhi, built under the orders of the Emperor Shah Jahan. The mosque is in Old Delhi. There are hundreds of shops around this huge structure, and the shops are all owned by Muslims. These people are selling chickens, poultry, clothes, and anything that they can earn their living from. You may even hear the recitation of the Holy Quran from one of the shops over a loudspeaker. These people are in poverty and do not know anything better than what they have. In the center of this poverty stands the great and beautiful structure, the Grand Mosque, reminding of the glory of the Muslim adventure in India. Their slogan has been that there is one and only one God, and Muhammad is the messenger of God. The beauty and symmetry and elegance of this great building touches my heart. 5 times a day, prayers are held regularly in the mosque. On Friday, the mosque is totally filled with 20,000 Muslims. It has been written that the mosque was designed and built by 2 engineers, Saad Allah Khan and Kali Khan. 5,000 workers work daily to build this structure, one of the most beautiful mosques in the world. O Allah, help these people around this mosque who are still reminding the people your word, who are still strong in their faith and proud of their past glory. Of course, Allah does not change those who do not strive to change themselves.
واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها